Welcome to this deep dive. Today we are unpacking, a really fascinating snapshot of the international real estate market.
Yeah, it's definitely a wild one. We're looking specifically at the portfolios of Belek Home and Belek Property.
Right, which is an agency and a construction firm based in Antalya, Turkey. And our mission today for you, the listener, is to figure out why an agency selling multi-million euro plots is like simultaneously operating a full-blown television studio and an airport taxi service.
I know it sounds totally crazy when you put it like that. But when you dig into these sources, you see they aren't just positioning themselves as brokers facilitating a single transaction.
No, not at all.
They explicitly market themselves as a, quote, reliable solution partner. So they cover buying, selling, construction, and even rentals. They really want to own the entire life cycle of the property.
It feels way less like a traditional real estate board and more like, I don't know, a turnkey lifestyle
That's
concierge. Because, well, here's the thing that really jumped out at me from their marketing materials. Right alongside these massive property sales, they advertise that they handle airport transfers.
Yeah, they literally pick you up at arrivals.
But wait, like, why is a high-end real estate agency acting like a taxi service? I mean, does picking someone up from the airport actually close a property deal?
You have to think about the underlying psychology of the demographic they are targeting. It really all comes down to removing friction for these international investors.
Okay, how so?
Well, we're looking at listings in these sources for things like a 1.1 million euro luxury detached villa in Kundu.
Right, or that massive 10,000 square meter plot in Belek going for 4.5 million euros.
Exactly. When an international investor is flying into Turkey to make a multi-million euro decision, their very first point of contact should not be haggling with a cab driver in a foreign language.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Right. By managing that arrival, Belek Property sets a premium trust-building tone from minute one. You aren't just selling a plot of land, you're selling a seamless transition into a Mediterranean lifestyle.
So you remove friction at the airport with a shuttle. But there's an even bigger point of friction for international buyers, which is currency volatility.
Oh, absolutely. The currency strategy is arguably the most telling part of their entire operation.
It is, and it actually explains something I noticed when looking at their digital footprint. Because there is a very deliberate, almost jarring mix of currencies across their platforms.
Yeah, if you look at their main global website, everything is listed in euros.
Right, you see a 300,000 euro semi-detached villa sitting right alongside those million euro estates.
But then if you click over to their localized storefront on the Turkish platform Sahibinden, suddenly all the prices switch to Turkish lira.
It's crazy. They have an ultra-luxury single-story mansion listed for 75 million lira right next to studio room rentals for like 15,000 lira a month.
And that currency divide perfectly maps out their target demographics.
Yeah.
The euro listings act as this financial beacon, right?
To attract foreign wealth.
Exactly. Foreign wealth, looking for Mediterranean investments or vacation homes. And more importantly, it shields those high-value long-term transactions from local currency fluctuations.
While on the flip side, the lira listings cater directly to the domestic Turkish market and local renters.
It's a highly sophisticated dual market strategy. It allows them to capture both foreign capital and domestic volume under one brand umbrella.
And speaking of that brand umbrella, they lean incredibly hard into lifestyle marketing. Like they boast this striking pink lotus flower logo.
Which they've branded as an absolute guarantee of quality.
Right. But then they take it a step further. They run a social media broadcast called Belek Property TV, and it's a literal talk show format.
Yeah, they have professional microphones, hosts, a full studio set.
But I have to push back here. Running a TV studio and a logistics fleet has massive overhead. Are they a real estate company or a media and logistics company that just happens to sell houses?
Well, that blurring of the lines is exactly the mechanism driving modern high-end real estate. They kind of have to be a media company now.
Because buyers are doing their own research.
Yeah, in today's globalized market, buyers do months of research before they even consider booking that flight to Antalya. So Belek Property TV isn't just for show.
It's a marketing funnel.
It's a mechanism to build parasocial trust. By broadcasting high production value content about the region and the lifestyle, they position themselves as the ultimate local authorities.
So by the time a buyer boards a plane and gets into that airport shuttle we talked about, the sale is practically half finished.
Exactly, because the trust was already established through a screen months ago.
That is fascinating. If you're looking at this from an investor's perspective, or even just as someone interested in global business models, the core takeaway is how much the definition of a real estate agency has expanded.
Yeah, Belek Property really represents this modern evolution where construction, media broadcasting, and travel logistics are all just blended into one unified brand.
Yep. The product isn't just brick and mortar anymore. The product is trust, accessibility, and the narrative of the lifestyle itself.
They recognize that the transaction is just the final step in a much longer, highly curated journey. I mean, they've traded the old storefront window for a television studio.
Which lets them capture a buyer's attention globally rather than just locally.
Right.
Which leaves you with a really fascinating question to ponder. If buying a house now involves your real estate agency acting as your personal media channel, your construction partner, and your travel concierge, what does the future of property buying look like? Will the traditional local real estate agent who just unlocks doors soon be entirely replaced by these all-encompassing lifestyle management brands?